Oh, and Mrs. Frawley will be calling down every few minutes or so, but she just wants updates on Family Feud. Thanks, Wanda. Hi.
Hi. Ooh, great dress.
Thanks. I got it for the fundraiser.
I'm on call, so I get tuna fish on rye, and a post office who thinks I'm irresistible.
Oh, how old?
83.
Oh, lucky you.
I want a full report on the winner. I've got $5 on Craig.
Night, Jacqueline.
Night.
Hey, Wendy.
What do you want?
Nothing?
Well, I'd like a little privacy. This is the women's locker room.
I know.
Well, then get out of here.
Now, don't tell me what to do.
When are you gonna learn to grow up?
You gonna teach me? You're always coming down on me. Playing little Miss Know-It-All, Miss Hostile. And all along, this is what you really wanted.
Crazy.
Am I? Take her to her room, come on. Open the door! All right, armed security! I'll be on 3, all right? Ready, 1, 2, 3. Mind if I sit?
It's the most I've ever heard him say in one sitting. So, Wendy, you didn't have time for breakfast this morning?
I'm furious.
Well, are you going to tell us why, or do we have to guess?
I just testified at Peter White's pretrial rape hearing. This lawyer is a real shyster. Tried to make what happened in the locker room seem like an overblown incident of hostility. This guy tries to rape me, and the court reduces the charge to indecent assault and battery.
Well, what about the 2 other women Peter actually raped?
He wore a ski mask.
So they can't positively identify him.
And the best part is, the judge released Peter on his own recognizance until the trial.
No bail?
That's right. And now I'm supposed to forget all about it and spend the rest of the day smiling at my patients.
Well, better get to work. Instead of eating that, I should just attach it to my thigh because that's where it would end up anyway.
Ladies?
Hi.
I mean, I just don't know how you can eat so much at one time.
I'm starved. I haven't had a bite all day.
Did you 2 hear the rumor?
Which rumor?
Because of budget restrictions, there's going to be 5 less places in the second-year residency program next year.
Well, so what? When I went from first year to second, they cut 10 people. And it's a given that not everybody's asked back.
But which one of us is going to get the axe?
Here comes my vote. I'll get some air. But she's dead.
What do you mean she's dead? I have an order for Meade for 3 pepperoni specials. Somebody owes me $33.75 plus tip.
$33 for pizza?
Extra cheese.
Okay, listen, I'll take one.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Didn't have a chance to grab dinner.
I just had a visit with Kevin.
Been having these fevers mostly at night?
Headaches, nausea. Yeah, I've been feeling awfully tired.
Have you had any problems with your eyes? Any blurring or double vision?
Only when my kids start acting up.
Bet they're real excited about the baby, huh?
Yeah, that's all they talk about.
Okay, just listen here. Can I see your hands, please?
We were moving some key punch equipment at work last week.
Patty, see if you can get me your chart from the prenatal clinic, okay?
Sure.
Right.
Take it right over there. Mrs. Chambers?
Yes.
Wayne, could I talk to you for a moment, please?
Sure. Excuse me.
Look, I've seen her a couple of times in the prenatal clinic. She's always coming up with some new complaint.
She's your patient?
She's a clinic patient. I happened to be on last week when she came in for a checkup.
Well, did you see the splinter hemorrhages under her fingernails?
No. Look, she's mildly anemic. She probably hasn't been taking the iron pills they gave to her.
Or what about the murmur in the tricuspid valve?
I didn't hear it.
Did you see the cotton wool spots on her retina?
Look, we are getting stacked up out there. Take my word for it. She's as healthy as you are.
Well, you're probably right, but I'd like to admit her for some tests and observation.
I'd appreciate it if you would get a consult first.
Wendy, I realize you're antsy about testifying at White's
Yeah,
trial.
wouldn't you be?
I haven't even heard from the DA yet. Are they going to call me as a
How
witness
am
or
I
not?
supposed to know? I'm no legal expert.
Okay.
But I do know something about medicine.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Nothing we can't handle.
Good. Just cut out the bickering.
Look, she is a moaner, groaner, and there's no reason to tie up a bed.
Chronic hypochondriasis.
That's my diagnosis.
Fine. You covered your rear end. It's always been your greatest strength.
Wendy, turn that thing off. I lost my appetite after I testified, so I skipped lunch. At least I'm not smoking or drinking. Sugar fix.
Don't overdo it. It was awful being on the stand.
Yeah. That DA was pathetic. He didn't even have the medical records there.
Now that it's over, I feel like a different person. As if I'd been through some sort of catharsis. I'm glad I testified.
That's how I'd like to feel, different. When I was a kid, I had one thought in my head, to get out of my hometown. See, medicine was going to be my magic carpet.
Where'd you grow up?
Tallahassee. Not too many Asians there. Or girls with a lot of ambition. Guess I didn't have as many choices as other kids. That's a dumb excuse, isn't it?
Wendy, take it easy on yourself.
I mean, I turned out great, right?
Yeah.
So how come I don't feel so great? If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not rounds, it's ER, or some crybaby patient, or tests, or getting beat up. And so where does my satisfaction come in? Stupid. Stupid waste of 8 years. I'm fed up.
Did you ever want to be anything else?
Don't laugh. A dancer.
What happened?
Dr. Armstrong, 5542. Dr. Wendy Armstrong, 5542.
That wasn't good enough.
How come?
Too fat. And the kids called me Tutu-Face. Armstrong. When? No, I'll be right there. Watch that for me, would you? Sure.
Hey, Wendy.
on the mask. Section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still blue. No response.
Honey, what happened?
5, 6, 7, 8. Mrs. Chambers went into spontaneous labor 20 minutes ago.
You did a C-section? What about the baby?
The baby's dead.
What if I call neonatal intensive care?
Wendy, we never even heard her cry. Let's regown the glove. Get ready to close.
Why defend such a dumb mistake when you're so obviously wrong?
Armstrong's a perfectionist.
I get it. That's why she stonewalled me after overlooking half of Mrs. Chambers' history.
Don't tell me you never tried to cover your tracks.
I am sick of Wendy. I mean, she is more trouble than she's worth.
She's probably saying the same thing about you.
So when Victor and I...
Does it?
One more case to go. Now, this is our last mortality conference before the national boards. It's been a long day. I know it, and I know you all want to get home and study.
Amen.
But I just wanted to wish you all the very best of luck. And I'm sure you're going to be surprised at how much you know. Dr. Fiskus.
Chambers, baby boy, delivered 3 months premature. APGAR score 0 out of 10. Infant succumbed well before parturition.
Your initial diagnosis on the mother was anemia?
Well, not exactly.
It says so right here.
That was my diagnosis. I saw Mrs. Chambers originally in the prenatal clinic.
Oh, then Dr. Fiskus dealt with her for the first time yesterday?
That's right.
Well, when he picked up on the tricuspid murmur in ER, you didn't rethink?
I didn't hear the murmur.
You overlooked a history of rheumatic fever, and you referred Mrs. Chambers to a dental clinic for chronic gingivitis.
It didn't seem that severe.
Oh, boy.
You have something to contribute, Dr. Chandler?
No, sir.
Then, in short, Dr. Armstrong, you never acknowledged the possibility of a genuine heart condition, in this case infective endocarditis, which crossed the placenta and triggered premature labor.
To be honest, Mrs. Chambers' valve murmur was almost inaudible. I must have big ears.
Hardly seems the time for wisecracks.
Sorry.
I'm having trouble concentrating. I was in court earlier today.
I think we all understand that, Wendy. The point is, had you spotted her condition earlier in the clinic, she could have been put on IV antibiotics.
And probably she'd still be carrying that child.
That's all.
Jack. I mean, you're his real good buddy, aren't you? I mean, you probably welcomed him back with a big kiss.
Shortly after midnight and reportedly blew out windows as far as 2 blocks away. Tensions have been high in this neighborhood, and it's likely a curfew will once again be enforced in an effort to prevent those incidents of violence. Senior officials said plans called for disengagement of forces as soon as possible.
for WYN. Programming.
That you totally fill the rectangles and that your erasures are clean. Begin.
Previously on St. Elsewhere.
Mrs. Chambers went into spontaneous labor 20 minutes ago.
What about the baby?
The baby's dead.
How do you find as to the defendant, Peter White?
We find the defendant not guilty.
Well, with it.
I need to speak with you.
Go away.
Mrs. Chambers, I'm sorry you lost the baby. Please, Mrs. Chambers, I can't sleep.
I hope you never have 1 minute of sleep, or 1 bit of rest, or peace, or happiness, because I never will.
I didn't know the baby was in danger.
I hope to God that you're punished for what you've done. You killed my baby. You killed my baby!
Listen to me.
You better go away.
I was looking for Dr. Kiley.
I haven't seen him.
Twinkies for lunch?
I was on call all night. I didn't have time for a real meal.
What's going on, Wendy?
I was hungry.
Yeah, but all my kids put together couldn't eat that much junk, and you never gain any weight.
I'm a human garbage truck. It's double satisfaction. I mean, you stuff yourself and then you get rid of it right away.
I have a niece who's anorexic.
Totally different. See, with anorexia, you simply starve yourself. Bulimia is more insidious. You binge and then purge. And if you're really careful, so no one ever finds out about it. Eating's almost like meditating. Food's my only friend.
Come on, Wendy, that's not true.
Would you call yourself my friend?
Yes, I would. I don't know you very well.
Yeah, who does? I feel so apart from everyone around me. Miss Perfect. That's what Viscus called me. Well, it's true, you know. It's what I've always tried to be. Perfect. The perfect student, the perfect lady, the model child, the perfect doctor. So the problem is that you're never perfect enough. See, you're never good enough. I mean, no matter what I ever did, I always let my parents down. How come it's okay for guys to look like slobs?
Listen, Wendy. You need therapy. Or some kind of counseling. Now, nowadays, there are all kinds of experts on nutritional disorders.
Don't worry about this, Helen. I'm gonna get over it myself. And I mean it this time.
Well, you know, there are some things that you can't always do all by yourself.
It's stupid to let this ruin my life. And I'm gonna conquer it.
You know what I want you to do? At least go and talk to Dr. Westfall about this.
Maybe. Meanwhile, I don't want this to leave the room.
Okay.
I have patients to see before rounds. I want to read you something. Thank you for sending your medical records, etc., etc.
Who's this from?
The DA in the rape case. Do you realize that he didn't even tell the jury how badly I was hurt?
It's too late, Wendy.
Unfortunately, the basic principle of double jeopardy prevents
He's
from
saying
ever...
that you can't try someone twice for the same crime.
I know. Just listen to this part. I wish I could have helped you more. Just remember, in our system, justice is a process, not a result. What the hell does that mean? But don't criminals go to jail anymore?
Wendy, all I know is you have to find a way to put this behind you.
Sure, with Peter White working right here in the building.
It's strange, I know. For me, the trial was a rite of passage. For the first time in ages, I'm excited about the future.
What do you mean?
I'm through with the morgue. I've had it with corpses, with formaldehyde, with death.
I'd give anything to feel that way.
The worst has already happened, and we're still alive.
Wendy, wait a sec.
Dr. Westfall, I was just heading home.
Well, you'll get the news officially. Congratulations. I know I'm bending the rules a little bit, but I figured you could use some good news. It's been a rough weekend.
It has.
Are you pleased?
I guess so.
Something wrong?
No. No more than usual. I just wish I were ready for another year.
I'd like to be able to tell you that things get easier down the road, but I wouldn't want to make any promises. At least a couple weeks vacation make you feel better.
Sure.
Made any plans?
No plans. Thanks, Dr. Westfall. I'm gonna head home. I'm tired, I'm hungry.
Okay, good night.
Night.
Man, Jonathan held me at the Examiner forever. I just had time to stop home, pick up the letter, change my clothes, and get back here.
I'll bet this one's a car accident. Domestic squabble.
See?
I can't get a BP or pulse. Police found this.
It was just filled today. Call the code. EKG ready, nasogastric tube, and CDP tray stat.
Oh my God. It's Wendy.
Come on.
Ventricular fibrillation. I'll charge the defibrillator.
D50 amplified carglydocaine, 100 milligrams stat. Where the hell's that code team?
All section. Come on, Wendy.
Anything coming out?
No.
No aspiration. She must have taken these pills hours ago.
Still no pulse.
She's in B-fib. We gotta break it. Come on. Come on, move. Hands off.
Claire.
Come on.
Come on.
No. Okay, hands off.
Claire. Come on, Wendy. Don't give up.
No, she's flatline. Give me some epic. Come on. Not IV. I'm going directly into the heart. No.
Let's shock urgent.
All right. All hands off.
Claire.
No.
need to sign these to take the body back to the medical examiner's office. There's to be an official autopsy to rule out foul play.
Foul play? That would almost make it easier to accept.
There wasn't. Or an accident either. The police found a note she left.
Jack, we met again this morning. And we all agreed that your work this past year was affected pretty much by things that you had no control over. Our hope is that the second year will be better. You're our first choice for the vacancy.
Oh, no. I couldn't. No. Not this way.
Think about it.
I was just wondering if you'd contacted Wendy's family.
They're living in San Diego now. I was waiting for a decent hour to call them.
There's no such thing, is there?
Right.
Why'd she do it?
She left a note, you know. It said, "Why does life always start tomorrow?"
Anybody get any sleep?
No.
You know, I read somewhere that the suicide rate among doctors is 3 times higher than the general public.
Save the statistics, VJ.
Yeah, I can't stand to keep going over and over it.
Look, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's our common bond.
Sure is.
Mm-hmm. Just one of our common bonds. And we spend so much time at that hospital. It's like the work becomes everything. And I guess one of the dangers is we start to neglect ourselves. Try to save other people's lives and we lose track of our own. Anyhow, that's what I learned today. The hard part is going to be hanging on to who we are in our hearts. The memory of Wendy Armstrong.